You can learn your camera settings in a weekend and still spend years feeling like your best scenes will never survive the trip home. You look at the file on the big screen and it's fine. Nothing's obviously wrong, it's just empty of impact. This is the moment when most photographers start doubting themselves. Not because they lack talent, they just can't name what went missing. And what went missing is structure. Exposure answers one question. Is the image bright or dark enough? Sharpness answers one question. Is it sharp where it should be sharp? Composition answers the question that decides whether the viewer stays. What the photograph is asking the viewer to notice first. And if you can control that, you can control the whole image. Today is not about memorizing rules. Today is about building a repeatable way of seeing. Composition is attention control, the mental model that makes every technique make sense. Most composition teaching is backwards. It hands you a list of hopes, and you figure out how to use them in the field under pressure. Rule of thirds, leading lines, framing, negative space, balance, symmetry, and patterns. Those are tools, and tools are useless if you don't know the job. And here's the job. Composition is attention control. You decide where it enters, you decide where it travels, and you decide where it rests. You decide what stops it from escaping the frame too quickly. That's why the same scene can produce a dead photo or a gripping one. You didn't change the mountain, you changed the viewer's path. You use the frame to guide the viewer's eye and not just record the scene. Declare the subject, the one sentence that prevents vague photographs. Before you touch a setting, say this one sentence. This photograph's about a twisted tree. This photograph's about light on the ridge. This photograph's about the reflection line. If you can't say it simply, you don't yet have composition, you have a scene. And most photographs are scenes with no clear declaration. If the subject is unclear, do one of three things. Move closer to the subject to make it larger, change angle to reduce background clutter, or wait for the light to simplify the scene. Visual hierarchy. How the viewer chooses what matters, whether you like it or not. The eye is predictable. Brightness pulls first. Contrast pulls after that. Sharpness pulls next. Color is after that. And isolation will draw your attention. That visual hierarchy is the order of attraction. Adobe teaches this through balance and negative space. And it's exactly the same principle. Identify what pulls attention and decide if it should. Before you shoot, scan the scene for the loudest thing. And if the loudest thing is not the subject, fix it by reframing, changing the angle, waiting for light, or simplify. The rule of thirds as movement, not a grid, a way to create travel and avoid instant boredom. The rule of thirds is popular because it works. Photography teaches this as a practical guide to be used as a grid. You're not using it because a teacher told you so. You're using it because it creates movement. Center placement can make a photograph feel powerful and calm, but it can also end the photograph too quickly. Thirds placement creates a small journey. The eye enters, travels, and then arrives. Use thirds for two big decisions. First, horizon placement. If the sky is the story, give it space. If the land is the story, give it space. Second, subject placement. If the subject has direction, give it space in the direction that it points. The subject pointing to the edge feels trapped. The subject that's pointing into open space feels intentional. Leading lines and visual paths. How to pull the viewer through the frame instead of letting them drift. Leading lines are not just roads and rivers. They are any shape that draws attention. A shoreline's curve, a shadow's edge, a row of fence posts, or a trail of highlights. Adobe teaches leading lines as a way of directing attention through the scene. And the practical part is crucial. The line needs to point somewhere meaningful. Follow the line with your eye before you shoot and ask where it goes. If it goes out of frame, change your position until it guides in. Move your feet before you change your lens. A one-step shift can decide if a line is a pointer or a distraction. framing and frame within a frame, using natural boundaries to contain attention and add depth. Photography teaches framing as a fundamental composition technique because it keeps attention on the subject. A frame must support the subject. If the frame is brighter, sharper, or more detailed than the subject, it steals the job. Make the frame darker than the subject or softer, or thinner, so it's less dominant. Simplification and background control, removing the visual noise that kills strong subjects. A strong subject dies in a messy background. Simplification is not about minimalism for its own sake. It's about clarity. Simplify with these 3 moves. Change your angle until the background becomes cleaner. Use a longer focal length to compress the scene and exclude distractions. Move closer until the subject dominates, or wait for fog, shade, or cloud cover to reduce the chaos. Edge awareness. Stop losing photographs to the corners. Edges are exit doors. Corners are where mistakes hide. Before pressing the shutter, do a quick scan. Top edge, bottom edge, right edge, left edge, and then the corners. Look for bright slivers, chopped shapes, and lines pointing in and out of the frame. Fix with tiny movements. Shift left or right, lower the camera, simplify the subject, tighten the frame. This simple habit saves more photographs than any lens upgrade. The 5-minute field sequence. A repeatable checklist that you can run under pressure. So here's the sequence. Name the subject in 1 sentence, identify the thing that's the loudest, and decide if it's correct or not. Choose an entry point and build a path towards the subject. Contain your image with edges and framing. Simplify the background, then shoot. If you stop here, your photos will improve, but they won't become immersive. Because composition is not only about where your eye goes, it's about how long it stays. Depth is a separate skill. Negative space is a separate skill. In part 2, we'll build structure that makes the viewer feel inside the scene. We'll add advanced geometry tools that turn good compositions into unforgettable ones. Stay tuned for part 2. Follow along with this channel on the journey. Like the video and subscribe. Keep watching as I document this process, step by deliberate step. The light doesn't wait, and neither should we.